Way, we're live.
Whoa.
We got there in the end. We had a few technical difficulties,
But we're here.
but we made it. That's the main thing. So you are my second guest on LinkedIn Live. I mean, that's a big deal.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on. I was honoured that you asked.
Anytime. I thought you'd be a good contender. You're not shy. You like to have a bit of fun. So I thought,
Get
what
him on.
better person? Yeah, exactly. How have you been? All good?
Yeah, just really busy, but I have got a day off tomorrow to go and play crazy golf and have some food out. So,
oh my God, I'm real.
Yeah.
It's so good now things are opening up again, isn't it?
So I'm going to a place called Ghetto Golf in Liverpool. So it's all like really snazzy and all graffiti on the walls and all like disco lights and everything in there. So yeah.
They have one in Leeds called Junkyard Golf.
Oh yeah, there's one in Manchester.
Like
Similar sort of setup, yeah.
Oh, it's such good fun. You can get cocktails on the way around and everything.
Oh yeah.
Love it. Well, that sounds perfect. Okay, so I'm going to pop the chat overlay on because if anyone is watching, drop anything in the comments to just send a signal that you can see us because that would be helpful. But also, we've got 3 rounds on the show today. So we're going to whiz through those. But as always, we will be doing a Q&A afterwards so that if there's anything you want to ask myself or Ian, drop it in the comments and we will answer it at the end. So, are you ready?
Only a second sort of show. Like you seem like you're like a TV presenter.
Oh, you never know. I might get scouted. I might be on Good Morning Britain after this.
Taking Alison's job off her, like.
No, more like Piers. Get out.
See you later, Phil.
Literally. Well, you know, I like to get in the vibe. You know, you've got to go for it, haven't you? Really. So are you ready to be my next victim?
I am.
Let's do it. Okay, so first round is an icebreaker round, so it's just us having a bit of fun, really.
Yeah.
So first thing I want to know, you come off this live, you're looking forward to your ghetto golf tomorrow.
Yeah.
But you get a text saying that you've won £10 million. What are you doing? Now think carefully. £10 million. Too many options.
You know what I'd do? No, what I'd do? I'd be sensible with it. So, I've got customers to serve this weekend, so I'd still have to sort of serve those people because they're relying on me. I've always wanted to get into property investment, so I'd probably I've already started looking at that. So that'd accelerate that.
Mm-hmm.
Pump a bit of money into my franchise.
Cool.
Have a look for a new house. I like cars, so probably go car shopping.
Love it. What's your dream car? What would be the car?
I like BMW, but I don't know. I'd have to look. I'm not really like a Range Rover type guy. I'm not into Jeep like 4x4s.
Oh, see, I am. Mine would be a Mercedes G-Wagon.
Yeah, what was
straight
like wheels that spin around when you stop?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
That would be the dream. Tinted windows, maybe even pink. Who says it have to be black?
And I don't know. I've had a few people that have helped me out throughout sort of life who are just like sort of nice people. So I'd probably have a look at maybe booking a holiday where everybody's allowed to come and
yes, that would be good.
Do that. Just people who are close to me and who have helped me out over the last few years for not really anything in return, just friends.
Yeah, oh, that's a good answer. You covered all bases. I mean, there's enough money to do all of that, so you're all
Yeah.
right.
Are you going to text me like when we get on?
It's all part of the plan. I wish. If I had 10 million to spare, not be
You wouldn't
funny,
be
I wouldn't give it to
sat
you. Might give you a couple grand, you know, just to be nice. And then next one, we're going in. What was the last text you sent?
What was the last text that I sent?
I always find that this is always funny. I don't know if it's because I'm just a nosy bugger, but often it's always funny.
So, well, this is quite funny, yeah. So this Hugo Boss top, and it's got shorts with it. This is quite funny, actually. Were bought for me by the children for my birthday a week ago, and it's the first time I've wore it. So I'll show the camera. It's a picture of me.
Modeling on point.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I feel like that's going to haunt you now forever. I love that. See, it always comes up with something funny. Love it. If anyone is in the comment section or even watching and has just been mentally scarred by that photo, drop it in the comments. And then last question of this round. What is something that you can share today that LinkedIn doesn't already know about you? It's not much, to be honest, is there?
No, not really. I think everybody knows everything about me. I don't
No,
really.
there's got to be something we don't know. Like you're a part-time model now, apparently.
No. What do people not know about me?
There's got to be something. There's got to be something.
I don't.
How old are you? I don't know how old you are.
I'm 38. Last week I was 38.
Oh, we have birthdays quite close together. Mine's on Monday.
Yeah.
31st.
31st. So how did you feel about turning 30?
30?
Last year?
Who, me?
Yeah, was you 30?
No.
Did you say 31st?
Yeah, my birthday's the 31st.
Oh.
I'm turning 25, you cheeky bugger.
Are you? Okay, I'm nearly 40. Like, I'm dreading that coming.
You do not look nearly 40. You're fine. No. But apparently I look 31. Next time I see you, right in the kisser.
Right, I'm going.
See you later, that's it. Life's cancelled.
What do people not know about me? There isn't anything that I don't share about myself.
There's got to be something that like just hasn't come up, or like something that you don't like to share. Little secret.
There isn't anything, honestly. I just share everything about myself. So
I think that's a good thing, though.
There isn't anything. There isn't anything that nobody doesn't know about me.
I love it.
I don't think
you're just an open book.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. No, nothing.
Love it. Well, that's all right. That's okay. Yeah. Okay, so we still haven't had any comments, but I know I can see people are there. So I think we should just bully them into
comments. Who's in? Who's in? Can we see who's in? Can't
see who. I can just see numbers. And I think that's quite rude, to be honest, people.
So come on, comment.
Come on, say hello. We're not that scary.
Unless you're going to troll us.
Yeah, if you're going to troll, then don't bother. Okay, next round is the delving deeper round, which to be honest, we've just tried to do, and we know you already. So
Yeah.
is this round even worth it?
Go on,
Who knows?
ask me some questions.
So, next question. Explain what you do in 5 words. And I will be counting.
Create memorable events using marquees.
Boom! That was good. That was very good. Mic drop. Love that one. You smashed that one, to be fair.
Yeah.
You smashed that. So. Cool. Okay. Next, we want to know what a common myth is within your profession that you would like to debunk. So something that's spread that's not true, or a misconception. That you give things away for free. I've seen the influencers think that.
What is a common myth in the marquee world? Oh, so people think that when you line a marquee, like put decorative drapes inside, it makes the marquee warmer and insulates it. It doesn't, because it's just cloth.
That's a good one, actually.
Yeah.
I would actually probably one of the people that would think that.
Yeah. And they also think that, oh God, I'm going to be slagging customers off here. Yeah. They think in the winter time that they're going to be in this sort of wall of heat inside a marquee. And
then they're freezing.
Yeah, it's not always the case, because it's a temporary structure that's uninsulated, but
makes sense. That's a good one.
That's kind of
setting the record straight.
Every conversation I have between the months of October and March every year.
Yes, yeah, that's true, to be fair. And then they're moaning when they're all cold. Yeah. Okay, last question of this round. What is the biggest lesson that you've learnt in your career so far? So this could span pre-marquee, your whole career. The biggest lesson you've learnt.
So what I started my career. I left school, did a couple of rubbish jobs, and then I went in the Royal Navy. So I learned most of my life lessons in that setting. And the main ones were sort of discipline, turning up to things when you're supposed to be there, working as a team, all of those sort of foundation sort of skills that I learned in there that I've used on all the different things. So that I'd say that's where I sort of grew from a boy to a man, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. I think there are things as well that they might seem like standard practice to some, but they're definitely not for everyone. I think having those down, I know so many people that are late for everything, and I wish I could be that person, because I'm always early and I'm always the one that's like waiting for my friends, and I'm bored, and I'm like, why can't I just turn up late? It's not programmed in the brain.
Rude. I just think
it is.
Like, even if I'm going to measure up for a customer and I'm stuck in traffic and my sat nav saying I'm going to be 2 minutes late, I'll still ring them and say, look, I'm just running a couple of minutes late. And it's just, that's in my nature. But that's kind of like, people say, oh yeah, it's all right, just come when you want. But it's sort of, it says to them that, you think you're not just going to turn up late and you're going to say, look, I am late. Sorry about that. I'll be there in a couple of minutes, sort of thing. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a very good skill to have, for sure. Oh, we have a comment.
Oh, nothing.
LinkedIn user
insulated.
Loves an insulated marquee. Now, Restream, I've been researching why it says LinkedIn user, and I cannot find out for the life of me why it does this.
Is it not somebody who isn't connected to you?
I don't know. No, because I've had it before with someone that I was connected to on the live
I know
stream.
what it is. It's their setting. They've got their settings.
As private.
Yeah, to not reveal who they are.
Right.
I had this when I was doing the first series, the Armed Forces podcast on LinkedIn Live,
Yes.
and I used to get it. I used to think, who's done that? But if you go onto the LinkedIn window,
Oh look,
we
yeah,
are
we are connected.
Oh,
Comment who it is. Who are you? It's like guess who? Are you a female or male?
Yeah, like
Literally, like,
Well,
right,
we
that
can,
rules
so-
it out. Liam thinks it's funny. A colleague of mine. Yes, I do need tech support, Liam, but can you help me because this is not working?
I must say, I do like the voicing opinion and its voice power. It's very sort of snappy name for the show. I was like,
I tried.
fantastic.
It did take me a good few hours of just going like this. There's a pun. There is a pun there somewhere. I just need to find it.
Massaging your tongue.
Like, it's gonna come to me. It's gonna come to me. We got there. I wanted to make sure they were all like connected, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I guess that does, in a sense. Okay, last round is the just for you round.
Just for you.
So these are questions that are designed just for you, things that I'm interested to know, and hopefully other people will be too. But as I say, any more questions, drop them in the comments because we will answer those afterwards. So, first question. This is me speaking personally. I think you're so good at conveying like your personality through your posts, but have you always felt comfortable enough doing that? And if not, how did you get to that point?
So yeah, I'm a pretty away from LinkedIn. I'm a pretty introverted person.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't think that.
I don't sort of I'm not sort of like I don't go to pubs and sit with the lads and stuff like that. I'm not sort of that type of dude. But yeah, I think Facebook and Twitter and places like that are pretty sort of savage places, aren't they? You can write the most sort of just genuine comment and get absolutely slaughtered for it.
Yeah.
I find LinkedIn a pretty safe place to convey yourself because although there are people who do say the odd comment here and there, most of the people on there are sort of, they're supportive and they, and although I do a little bit of laughing and joking sometimes and a bit edgy and stuff like that, but I'm never sort of abusive to people or I don't discriminate against people or anything like that. So yeah, there was a point where, and what I'll share with, I was one of Leah Turner's first LinkedIn coaching students, if you like, maybe 18 months ago. And it was her who got it out of me, to be fair. So,
oh, cool. That's interesting.
And we've kind of become pretty good friends since then. Yeah.
Yeah, she is pretty awesome, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I think that's something that I struggled with initially as well. Is like when I started at Voice Power and I knew I needed to try video marketing, I was just like, no. People are just gonna like harass me or they're gonna think I'm so weird, and just like I just really thought people would rip me to shreds. And I don't know, like you say, whether that's just because I'm used to Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah, I think as well. Well, there's a few people who've sort of like Francesca. I can't pronounce her. She's an accountant.
Oh, I know who you mean.
Yeah, Francesca. Yeah, one of her hashtags is just post it, and that's always sort of embedded into me, just post it, because what's the worst that can happen? And then I did a bit of video Iain Productions because they're in Warrington throughout the lockdown.
Yes, I love those.
paid those guys and did some videos with those. And obviously Mike works there, and he does a lot of podcasts and all sorts of video and the entrepreneur stuff. And one day he just said to me, look, he used to feel like the way he looks, the way he sounds, all sorts of stuff, he used to really worry about it. And then he just thought to himself, you know what, I don't care anymore. And since he said that to me, I'm okay going on video now, because if somebody who is sort of puts himself out there as much as him has the same feelings, then it's fine, sort of thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Hi to Nick. Nick's
Hi,
in
Nick.
the room. Glad to see you here. But yeah, no, I completely agree with that, actually. And I can count probably on one hand the amount of hateful comments that I've had, and they've not even been that bad.
Yeah,
and you reach a point where you don't care either, do you?
Yeah, well, the thing is, the people who put messages or comments or derogative things like that, it's usually because they're not willing to do it themselves, and they're just having a dig because they've not got the bottle to do it themselves. So just take it on the chin, don't you? There's always the block button.
Yeah, that's it. The default. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, next one I wanted to ask you was, obviously the pandemic stopped work for a lot of people, but you were one of the main people in my network that I kind of noticed that it had affected quite a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
I just wanted to know, like, how did you turn that into a positive time and like keep yourself busy and make it worthwhile?
Well, during that first lockdown, it was it March the 23rd? Yeah.
Yeah.
So when it happened, I knew we were going. So I went out for a long walk, right, and made a plan of what I'm going to do, how am I going to attack this. And I've even got a spreadsheet on my computer here that say it's called the Coronavirus Battle Plan.
I love that name.
And I just sort of, so the next day I came to this office and I got all my bills onto, like all my outgoings onto a spreadsheet. What can I get rid of? Had a look at what help was coming in, because obviously we got the grants and everything else. I had money in the bank as well, and just sort of made a real sort of 3-month plan of what money's going in, coming out, what can I cut, where can I make savings, what do I not need. So I did that on the 24th of March. Once I got all that clear in my head, the next day and for the next couple of months, whilst it was that really hot weather, I was at the warehouse, which is just about 3 miles away from here. And I didn't have any workers with me, but every day I was going in. I'd go in early, maybe about 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, just work till lunchtime. But I was going in and cleaning all the marquee equipment down, because what I said to myself is, once this is over, I want to be ready to go, because as soon as this is over, people are going to want to have events and stuff like that. And it got to, I think it was like the 5th of June or something like that. And they sort of said you can have like 15 people at a funeral. Sadly enough, I was doing loads of marquees for funerals, just little ones, because they had nowhere to hold the wakes. I had a bit of a run throughout the summer, and I was fully booked all the way up to Halloween, which was on a Saturday last year. Pretty annoying, because it's probably the second Halloween that I've had since I've done this on a Saturday. And then on the 26th of September, he came out and said rule of 6. So that just stopped all my bookings then. So by this time, I'd already saved a bit of money up, and then they gave us some more grant money and things like that. So I've just sort of battled through it, to be honest with you. I did a few over Christmas and New Year and stuff like that. And then since he announced the roadmap, I've just been so busy just booking marquees, and the diary's pretty much full for the summer. So yeah, it's been really rough. But the way that I sort of looked at it was like, there's people who are much worse off than me. Do you know what I mean? There's people who have lost their houses, they've lost businesses, like my mate is in the pub game. He's got 3 pubs in Liverpool.
Oh gosh,
And
yeah.
he was just pushed from pillar to post. He even like sort of spent tens of thousands of pounds getting all the beer gardens done. And then something happened and he wouldn't let him use it on. It was just like, oh, so yeah, there's people worse off. And that's the way that I kind of did it. Don't get me wrong. There have been some very, very, very dark moments over this last 18 months, but
yeah,
through it now, aren't we? I tried to stay fit as well. Tried to eat well, stay fit.
That's a massive thing, isn't it?
And then the franchise side of things, my other business, which is franchise of the Marquee Hire business that I run in Warrington. We were ready to launch in March when that happened. So obviously no one wanted to open an events company, which was fine. Carried on marketing that on LinkedIn and never stopped with my LinkedIn stuff.
Yeah.
We've had about 150 inquiries all in all for that. And the first one launched last Monday. And in his first week, he has done £1,843 in sales in his first week. So
impressive.
Yeah. So
I think that's the thing, isn't it? Like, it's kind of, although it obviously did not work out in your favour at all in those pure lockdown months, actually the whole outside rule has quite worked in your favour. So it swings around about.
Yeah, well, even yesterday, over the this weekend, I did a marquee for there's a lady called Natalie. She runs an events dressing company called Mimi Bell Events, but we cross paths quite frequently because she'll come and dress the marquee once I've set up. So we've become good friends, but she actually wanted a marquee for her daughter's 3rd birthday. So obviously she got me in to go and do it. And we were having a chat about it yesterday when I was collecting the marquee. And we both said, like, you know, it has been nice to have weekends off. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I've done it for 10 years, working on weekends and things like that. And it was some of it I enjoyed, you know, like when I was cleaning the marquees down and then going home at lunchtime, I had a barbecue sitting, and it was really nice weather, wasn't it, during that first lockdown? Sitting in my garden, kids were off school, you know, chilling out. It was all right. Some parts of it of the lockdown.
Yeah, you got those memories, haven't you?
In a couple of years, I'll probably be wanting a lockdown. You know, I'll give us a 3-month lockdown. Boris.
Come on, little lad, it's time. Need a break again. I love that. Okay, so we've got one last question and then we're going on to Q&A. But in order to go into Q&A, we need some questions.
Yeah.
So people, drop some comments and questions in the Q&A and we will literally get onto those in a couple of minutes. And if you don't, well, I'm just never going to speak to you again.
We'll find out who you are.
We're stalking you. We've got a list of all of you. Okay, so obviously you mentioned earlier on that you're in the Navy. And so quite a transition to obviously doing the marquees and the franchising. So like, did you go from directly from that to that? Was there like a transitional job?
Yeah,
how do you go from one to the other? It's quite a jump.
Proper random, isn't it? Like, So the story goes, I left the Royal Navy in 2007. Didn't really have any direction, just knew I wanted to get out. And I ended up working in Tesco, getting the shopping out for the .com people to go, and which, you know, nothing against people who work in Tesco, it wasn't for me. I wanted a bit more out of life. Then I left there and went and worked. Where did I go and work? I went and worked in some steel factory, just like proper sweatshop. Worked in there for a bit, but it was good money, so I was worked there for a bit. That came to an end. Got a job for the job centre in a call centre doing job searches for all the doilies, which was fun. But the great thing about working in the job centre was I had the pick of all the jobs that came in that was new. So So I was checking the jobs every day that was coming in that was new. And then this job came up for Auto Trade, and I was like, oh, I'd love to work there. I'm always on the Auto Trader website looking at cars, dreaming about these Lamborghinis and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for it. Got an interview. Got to the interview, yeah. And some girl who was in the year above me in school, Wendy, walked in. And I was like, what are you doing here, Wendy? And she went, oh, I'm the customer service manager. I'm interviewing you. I was like, she lived next door but one to me mum.
Oh, no way.
So it was out me and this other guy, and I got the job. So, yeah. So then I got the job there. And then within a few months, they put me on telesales after being on customer service for a bit because they knew that I was like sort of sales minded. Went on to that. And then within a few months, well, maybe, no, it's about 10 months of being on there. They said, do you want to go out on the road? Gave me a company car, got out on the road, visiting all the dealerships. And then my manager went off on maternity leave, and I ended up being an acting area sales manager. And then they said, but then I started hiring, I got a gazebo and started hiring it out at the weekends.
Oh, okay, so it's like a side hustle to start.
Yeah, it's like a little side hustle. And then, but my phone was just, obviously I had my Auto Trader phone, and my other phone was just ringing all the time. I was like, what am I going to do? And then Look had it. They came and said, you're all going in for redundancy, and you can go for this job and go up against each other, or you can take voluntary. And it was an enhanced package. So I was just like, okay, I'll take it. And then bought loads more marquee equipment, moved into business premises, all of that jazz. Yeah. And then as soon as I give up work, the next year the business grew 163% because I could put I put my full sort of
your energy.
Yeah, into that. Yeah. So that's how it all happened, and here I am.
And here you are. Oh, that's cool. Actually, when you kind of explain it like that, it's actually not that much of a jump because you'd kind of done it.
So going back to what we were saying earlier, I'd learned all these skills: tenacity, working as a team, discipline, all these things within following a plan and a process in the Royal Navy. Yeah, and then I went and worked for a massive media company, one of the biggest digital media companies in the country, and learned all about marketing and sales.
Right.
So like they sent us to this, it's called Cranage Hall. It's like a big stately home in Cheshire.
Oh, okay.
On a 3-week boot camp of sales. So it was just you're only allowed to go home at the weekends. It was like basic training in the Royal Navy, but sales. And just constant role plays and all that. And if you didn't pass them, you didn't get your job. So so we went there for like 3 weeks and did that, which was quite grueling. And then so that's
And you obviously got all those skills for you now.
Yay. So that's it.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, so I learned all those skills there. So combined both of those sort of different sort of short careers.
Yeah.
Gelled.
And there you are, a hybrid.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is everyone's final chance to put questions in the chat.
Is there anyone watching still?
Yeah, I can see there's people watching. There's 4 people at the moment. Oh no, 5 now. So if you've got any questions for me or Ian, it's the final chance, or we're just going to bugger off, to be honest. So we'll give him a couple of minutes and wait and see. But if anyone does watch this back and has a question, then still just comment on this actual post when it's up and tag us, and we'll answer it later on if we miss you. So
thank you for having me.
Anytime. I've had the best time.
Yeah, I've had a right laugh.
I mean, I feel like every time I see you, we're on live in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Didn't we just do some like random one with Luke Matthews once, like on a Saturday?
Yeah, the 24-hour one.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? That was fun.
And I was just
though.
like, go on, come in, boom, sent you the link, and you were in.
Yeah, it was good fun. That was actually my first ever live, being a guest.
Who's on next?
I actually don't know yet, you know. I have got Luke Matthews lined up at some point, but he's a busy man at the moment.
Yeah,
so.
Luke's a heavyweight social media dude, isn't he? Like, he's a
hard guy to track down.
Yeah, he's a Christmas special, Luke, isn't he?
Yeah, he actually is. But I've got a few people lined up. So,
Jonathan Palmer?
Yes, I would love to have Jonathan on here. 100%. He's a big one as well.
Yeah.
Definitely. I've got a few names.
Take a bit of black in that one, I reckon.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? I might have to slip him a few Red Bulls or something. All right, well, I'll let you get off, but thank you so much for being my second guest.
That has been great.
And enjoy your ghetto golf tomorrow.
I'll message you and let you know how I
get a win. I want to know the score.
Not if I have too many cocktails.
Yeah, it won't make sense, will it? All right. Well, I'll catch you later.
Have a lovely evening. See you later. Bye.
You too. Bye.